I would. You do number 5.
All right, it says, so number 5 is control your actions and reactions. Some shit you can't control, but you can always control how you react to it. Conquer these 5 traits and you will be unstoppable. It says side effects includes less stress, increased income, increased attractiveness, no fucks given. So now, controlling your actions and reactions, do you agree that you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it?
Facts. Like, honestly, even today is a great example.
I sure was about to say, do you have an example?
Yeah, me and McDade talked this morning. He called me this morning. We chop it up maybe every couple of weeks or something. He hit me up, and you know, your reactions and reactions, like with you know, I want to maybe tell the actual story because it's dealing kind of with his nephew, but you know, just if you're in corporate America, you know, or any type of work environment, you know, you're going to have to deal with politics of the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even in the job that I'm in, you're dealing with, you see the hiring process and how stuff kind of goes, and you actually see that it's not, you know, it ain't really all about your resume. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you fit in this environment or with these people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, some people ask me, are you cool with this person? You know, how you think they will work in this environment with us? Not even, let's say they got all these degrees, got all these, you know, resume builders on their resume, but do you fool with them? No, it's like what they say, it's about who you know, not what you know. In a lot of instances, like, you know what I'm saying? I think we talk about this in the NFL sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We want control in the NFL as far as ownership and stuff, so we can do the same thing these white folks doing. You know what I'm saying? Get people in that we know, that we fool with, that we have a relationship with, that may not have the A1 resume, but we know we work good together, that we can get stuff done. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And when you know that, like, given even the situation we were talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, there's politics involved. It's not that, you know what I'm saying, okay, let's say his nephew is looking for, you know, a football gig. You know, he want to be a coach and stuff, but, you know, it's who's who in that. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's not necessarily about, I know football, I got this resume, I know how to coach. It's like, who you know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, because who you know can kind of get you in as an opportunity, and then on the other side, you can't react, be like, oh, that's bull junk, because, you know what I'm saying, I know I'm more qualified than him, but you don't know him, no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to react. And I told McDade this morning just about even my personal testimony, just like when I was working at Fed, when I moved back here from Nashville, working from Fed, making $160, $170 a week with a college degree. You know what I'm saying? I was making way more money in Nashville. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and God had a talk, had a conversation, and so it was like I need to treat Fed flipping these boxes like it's my business. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't, like I'm working, you know what I'm saying, with a suit and tie on or doing something, you know what I'm saying? And so I can't react and be like, oh, this bull, I'm working, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm 23, 24 with a college degree. What I'm doing here at Fed, you know, making, you know, this amount of money per week. You know what I'm saying? So I had to control my actions and reactions and not be like, okay, but as soon as I did that, bam, I got this job on base, making way more at the time that I thought I was worth. But, you know, I grew up and, you know, yeah. So, you know.
Now you feel like you need a little bit more.
Exactly. Now it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But you have to control your actions and reaction, because, you know, how people even say in the world now, your energy, your karma and stuff can come back. Like, if you don't have that good attitude about yourself, it's going to hinder you on down the line, because that ain't, you know, that success and that money and stuff ain't gonna chase you.
Yeah. And you know, like, shoot, I got my own, like, you know, we've joked about this before, and so I just found out, was it yesterday or the day before, that so apparently, I guess my daughter does watch my podcast, or at least they were attempting to. Right. They were attempting to last night.
Shout out to Charity. Man.
Yeah, I know, right? Shout out to my baby girl.
Yes, sir.
And just like a papa, she got 7 letters in the middle name, first name, middle name, and last name. Oh, it was intentional. It was intentional.
Oh,
gotta be intentional. It was intentional, baby. It wasn't
777 stringer.
Completion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
But using the example of you can't control what happens.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that because you're a father too, and fortunately, it'll be a long while for you have to deal with some of them problems.
Yeah, I got a little second, but
and so I'm not gonna put my baby out there and talk about what the situation was.
For sure.
But if you had asked me 2 or 3 years ago what my reaction would have been,
right?
Because it was finna be like, this is how serious it was when I got all the information about what happened. So I already knew, you know what I'm saying? I already knew what happened. I already knew what I was gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it really didn't matter what she was gonna tell me. Like you could have been honest. Right. You know what I'm saying? You could have tried to see how much I know. Like I had already made up in my mind. Like it don't really matter what you say. Like I went to the trunk. You know, like that's how serious it was. I went to the trunk. Yeah, okay. And I pulled up. I got out of work. Like I drove all the way out to Mississippi. I went to the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Like I went in before I went in. You know, like and I know it was the Lord was like, hold up, no, go back to your car. I walked back. You know, I had to pray real quick.
Right.
So when I went in, we talked, and as we were talking, it was just like my reaction. I was controlling my reaction because I knew what I wanted to do and say.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, but even as I was looking at her, and you know, again, I love you, baby. But she, like, I could look at her, and you know how, like, you know, when you was a kid, you broke curfew, you might have put a dent in the car or something like that, or wrecked the car, or you went to jail or something like that. And so you're sitting up there looking at your parent, but you know, like when y'all look at each other and like you gave them that look like, you know you fucked up. Like I know I did that. You know what I'm saying? And like she was looking and she was like, she knew, like she didn't know what was finna happen. Like, you know, she just had that green mile look like, let me go on, get my last meal and make my last will and testament. And but as we were sitting there talking, you know what I'm saying? And again, I was like, look, it ain't nothing that you can do that's gonna make me not love you. I'm gonna always love you. You're gonna always be my child. You can tell me you hate me. I'm gonna always love you. You can tell me you don't wish I was here. I'm gonna always love you. I'm gonna always have your back. Now, when you're wrong, I'm gonna, you know, tell you wrong and correct. But like, when you get through, you still gonna be my daughter.
Yeah.
If I had to watch you go to jail, you still gonna be my daughter.
Right.
I still put money on your books.
Yeah.
I still come visit you, but that ain't gonna change. Nothing you can do is gonna make me leave you. Like now, you might have to serve your consequence, but that wasn't my initial reaction.
Right.
My initial reaction was, this is unacceptable, and this is gonna be the consequence. You know, and basically like the way, you know, her mom and our relationship is. Sometimes her mom just be like, hey, you got it, take care of it.
Yeah.
You know, and but I can control my reactions, and so we have to remember when we're dealing with people, whether that's on the job, whether that's with our children, whether that's in friendships, relationships, with our neighbors, with just random situations, like we cannot control. It's very arrogant to think we can control people and situations and outcomes. You can't, but you can control how you deal with it. And so I totally agree with that one. Like, and again, this is at Econ Mentor Tony Folly, like these are not our topics, like, but I would definitely say, and you know what, the side effects, like I definitely say if you do the other those things, he said the first 5, less stress, more money, increased attractiveness, and you not caring, no fucks given.
And another example, like when I got my biggest raise on my job during that whole year, when I look back on it now, so much turmoil, so much negativity and animosity came my way on the job on a daily basis. People challenging me, people lying on me,
questioning you.
Right, because I was the youngest person at that time. I'm 20, 24, 25, working with people that are, 15, 20 years older than me.
And who had been with the company a lot longer.
And so, I had people lying on me, telling, oh, he's sleeping in meetings, when I actually wasn't. Actually, I wanted to go to sleep, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And so people lying on me. And so now it's like, what is your reaction going to be?
Right.
Are you going to go and be that black Negro to go up there
and go and get your Pleasure P award?
Yeah, exactly. So are you going to be that, or are you just gonna smile it off, have joy, or keep going? And so that full year, so once I got through with that full year or so after that, that's when I got my highest, pay raise doing that full year. So I totally agree with this.
I just want $30 for the weekend just to get my hair straight.
Keep it presidential.